So, you want to improve your English and be really good at it, right? But you don't have a lot of free time. And even if you did, you don't want to study for 5 hours a day. So in this video, I am going to show you exactly how to practice all your English skills like speaking, vocabulary, writing, reading, listening, pronunciation and even grammar in just 1 hour a day on your own. All you need is 60 minutes of your spare time, some discipline and maybe a little bit of coffee. Hi everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So guys, before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I post for you on this channel, and please like the video and share it with your friends too. So now coming back to today's lesson. So today I am going to tell you awesome exercises. Yes, 4 exercises through which you can improve your English speaking at home alone without a partner within 1 hour, and you will improve your speaking skills. I know this is one of the major concern of every English learner and any person who is learning to speak fluent English, that how would I become fluent in English language without a partner? How can I do it at home without any partner, without spending so much time? So today I am going to tell you 4 exercises for acquiring the speaking skills in 1 hour. Now, speaking fluency is very important for us. We all want to become fluent English speaker, isn't it? So these 4 exercises are going to help you acquire your English speaking skills. So what are you waiting for? The first 15 minutes of your practice will be speaking. Sit somewhere quietly, set a timer for 15 minutes and just talk to yourself. Yeah, I know it might sound weird, but this is actually a great exercise for practicing speaking. Look, you are not trying to fake a conversation between 2 people like, hey, what do you think about AI? Oh, what do I think about? Not like that, because that's freaking weird. It's more like saying your thought out loud, which many of us already do in our native languages. If you want, you can even record yourself on your phone, then watch it back to see how you sound. And you can talk about anything, a movie you watched, hobby, a goal, whatever. Don't worry about being perfect or making mistakes, because you will anyway. Okay, that's not that point. The point is to get comfortable speaking English and hearing your own voice. And this is especially helpful if you are not very confident speaking English, or if you don't have anyone to practice with. You know, I used to practice like this a lot of time. And later when I started having a real conversation, it was a little easier for me, that I felt more confident communicating in this language because I had already practiced with myself. And I would heard myself speaking English before. And there is one more important thing I want to mention in this video, that look guys, talking to yourself is very useful, but eventually you will need to talk to real people, right? That's kind of the point, right? That's why you are learning English in the first place. So if you already have a friend or an acquaintance who is pretty good at English, then talk to them for 15 minutes a day instead. If not, start alone until you build some confidence. Then find someone to practice with. Now, let's talk about the next 15 minutes. Yes, the next 15 minutes will go to grammar and writing. Grammar, right? Look, I know nobody likes grammar, but you don't need to get a PhD in linguistics. You just need to learn the basics so you don't sound like a broken robot. Here what's to do. Go on YouTube and search for a grammar rule you struggle with. It could be tenses, articles, pronouns, whatever. I learned grammar the same way. And trust me, there are tons of great videos on YouTube that explains it pretty simply. So watch a couple of videos and try to understand how that rule works. And don't just watch and forget. Take some notes, because because you will need them later, and then put it into practice right away. For example, if you learn the present continuous, then write a few sentences using it, or write a short text. When you try to use it as much as possible, and make sure every day when you are doing this grammar and writing part of to review all your notes and practice this one rule until you really get it, and only then move on to the next one. Okay, so you have got that about 1.5 hours left, right? And you will spend the next 15 minutes reading. Yes, so before before jumping on read, I would like to tell you something. If you really want to learn grammar, you can watch my 30 days spoken English course, which is available on this channel. Okay, and this is free of cost. So if you want, you can go through it, where I have taught many of the grammar rules in a very easy way. So you can just watch this video. The link is in my description, as well as you can check on my playlist. Alright? Yes, now I am going to talk about the next 15 minutes. The next 15 minutes is of reading. Yes, read aloud. Guys, I love reading. Now, read aloud is something that allows you to speak English directly. And I have already told you again and again about this particular thing, that it directly hits your fluency. So read aloud. Read aloud is something that is focused on your speaking, the way you speak, how you speak, and you are speaking English. You want to speak English. You want to form correct sentences. So read aloud is the answer, because you are not so worried about framing correct sentences. You have read sentences, you have read stuff which you need to read aloud, right? Out loud. That's the thing. So you are basically, you do not have to worry about, creating some content. You have read the content and you have to use it for your speaking. You have to use this particular content for your speaking skills, for improving your speaking skills. So take up a book. You can take up a novel. So you can take up any book, open a page and start reading out loud. Okay, it allows to practice English speaking and also to improve your English speaking skills. So grab something to read, okay? But here is the thing, it has to be something you actually like. Don't torture yourself with boring textbooks or random articles from the internet. If you wouldn't read it in your native language, don't read it in English. Pick a short novel, a self-development book, a blog post, whatever you are genuinely interested in. Just make sure it's not too complicated and read for 15 minutes. You might not understand everything, and that's okay. You can always grab your phone and check what a certain word or a phrase means, but don't stop for every single word. Okay, so if you get that meaning from the context, move on. And you don't want to waste a lot of time on googling of every new word you see. Your task is to understand most of what you are reading without using any translation app. Alright, so doing this will obviously improve your reading skills, but it will also boost your comprehension, your vocabulary, and you learn to rely less on translations. Alright, so you have completed 3 powerful fluency boosters, and you are already sounding sharper and more confident and more expressive. But here is the truth. Fluency isn't just about practice. It's about consistent speaking, and that's where your personal speaking buddy comes in. Yes, I'm talking about Sparky Ai. This is an app, your speaking partner, anytime, anywhere. Guys, this is the smart speaking app designed for learners like you. Whether you are shy, stuck, or just need someone to talk, Sparky listens, responds, and helps you to speak better English in real time. So what you can do is you can practice with real conversations with this Sparky Ai. You will get the instant feedback, and it builds your fluency through fun challenges. And the best part of this, you can use Sparky just for 15 minutes a day. Okay, even more, but in this I'm talking about 15 minutes, so you can talk to Sparky with 15 minutes even while walking, cooking, or relaxing. It's like having a speaking coach in your pocket. So before we jump into the final fluency task, you just open Sparky AI and try a quick speaking challenge. Okay, and you will be amazed how natural it feels. But don't go just now. After this video, you go in Play Store and just download Sparky AI. You need to only type Sparky AI and you will get that. And okay, so download Sparky AI. Now from the you can download the Sparky AI from the Play Store and try your first speaking challenge today. So your fluency journey just got a lot easier. And also guys, I'm also giving you a link in my description. So if you want, you can go and check my description because the link is there. You can click on that and you will get that direct Sparky AI. Okay. Now for the last 15 minutes, let's talk about the last 15 minutes that you are going to do some listening and repeating, which is actually pretty fun and easy. You just need to listen or better watch something in English. You know, an episode of a TV show, a YouTube video about learning English, or a short podcast, anything works. But don't just be a passive listener. Try to focus and pay attention to pronunciation, vocabulary, tone from daily listening, and you will naturally pick up a lot of new words, slang, useful expressions, and it's going to extend your vocabulary so much. So if you want, you can even write down the words you encounter every often to review and learn them later. Plus, I'm sure many of you struggle to understand native speakers because they talk fast and have many different accents. So to get used to it, to get better at understanding, you have to do a lot of listening, okay? Because listen and repeat. Listen and repeat it is a kind of exercise which gives you a great things. Okay, it is a great exercise to take up when you are alone at home, when you want to practice your speaking skills. Now, when you want to practice your speaking skills, now listen and repeat works in a great manner. Why? Because you are listening to good English, good content of English. Then you have to repeat. Now, do you have to repeat it word for word? No. Listen and repeat. So what you have to do is, first of all, you have to select any audio, a good quality audio, okay, in English. It can be a podcast, it can be a video, it can be a video from YouTube, it can be a clip audio or from any educational website, or maybe any English learning app. I have already told you about so many English learning apps. The link is in my description. You can go and watch that. There are a lot of free AI apps and there are educational audios available on the apps. So this is made for purpose of listening, right? So you can take up any listening content in English and you have selected the content. You have to listen. You have to listen to it attentively. Listen to the content, pay attention to the rhythm, to the intonation, pay attention to the pronunciation, pay attention to everything while you are listening to the audio. Once you are done with the task, what you have to do? You have to repeat. That is, repeat. Whatever you have heard in your own words, repeat it. Repeat whatever you have listened to that content. You have listened to this, and this is a great way to improve your English speaking skills. Why? Because you are recreating the same content in your own words. That means you are listening to something and you are instantly putting it to use, and you are practicing how to speak that particular content and that you have listened to. So you are also improving your English, the speaking additional benefit through this exercise, that you are able to also improve your listening skills. And this particular exercise is a great to improve your pronunciation, believe me guys, because you are able to hear a good model of pronunciation through that listening task, right, that you are doing. So take up this task, listen and repeat. Listen to a good quality audio or a good podcast from any YouTube channel and English language podcast, okay, and then repeat. So if you follow this routine in just 1 hour a day, you will really practice. Guys, this is important. The full package, I know that 1 hour per day might sound small, too insignificant, but who said you need to study all day to become fluent in English? Consistency beats intensity every time. And imagine where you will be in 3 months, in a year. And if you do this every day or at least every other day at first, it's probably going to be challenging to do this routine regularly. Some days you will even have to push yourself, and that's why you need discipline, right? In the beginning I have told you you need this discipline, but once it becomes a habit, it will much easier to help you to stick to it for a very long run. So I recommend making or printing out a simple 30-day calendar and sticking it on a wall on your desk, and every time you complete the routine, check off one day. If you miss a day, mark it with an X, and this helps a lot to keep track of your habit and stay accountable. So go make that calendar and start today, even right now. Unless it's a time of PM and you are watching this maybe at night, then go to sleep. So you just create the calendar and create your plan of 1 hour every day, and it will really help you. All right. And guys, if you really want to ask something related to your English, please comment me down. I'll give you reply. All right. And so this is all about today's lesson. If you like the video, please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. This is Shalima signing off. Take care and speak English with confidence.